Alrighty, what's going on, guys? Edward here, back with another video, and today I will show you the trades we actually the only trade we took today with the VIP group. I will show you here from the beginning this morning. So pretty much from here, I was watching S&P 500 and Nasdaq. So we had a nice displacement to the downside, having a little chop right there. We had a breaker block. We also had an imbalance right here. So this was from the moment I actually made the sale right there, as you can see. But let me just go ahead and break it down, just to show you the reason why, because that's what's most important, right? So let me just go ahead and bar replay right here from this area. Perfect. So I'll show you what I was seeing by the time I wake up. I normally trade New York session, as you already know, right? I don't trade London session. I trade mainly New York session, and not even the entire New York session. Normally stop trading at around 1 p.m. or so. So one thing I see after the price, of course, uh, yesterday having that nice push, also catching that nice buy. If you saw my last video, catching this nice buy right there, right? So we had this break right here, and today to be honest with you, I kind of wanted to go buying. Like my bias was actually bullish. However, I knew right here in this area, we were very close to this next buy side liquidity. We were getting very close, very close. I wanted to see like what was going to happen right here. So let's go down to the 5 minute right here in this area, and let's just wait for New York session to open. Boom, we start getting New York session opening right there. So automatically I'm marking up, of course, this high. I just want to see how market is going to behave above that London high right there. That's my closed buy side liquidity that I have there. And to the downside, well, I kind of wanted to see and look for buys. Like I marked up. I remember I marked up actually this low, and my intention was actually just wait for price, maybe eventually, like sort of calm down, do something like this, sweep, and then huge displacement to the upside. So price, I could actually get buys. Um, but of course, I don't know. By the time this thing opens, I don't know. Price could even crash lower. We do have lots of liquidity here below, right? So I'm waiting at this point. I'm literally waiting. We also had news today at around 8:30, and right here, this push right here, 8:30 in the morning, right here, this candle, boom, this was actually news. So news is causing price to, pushed up very strong to the upside. I'm waiting. I want to see if okay, I would have rather for price to go lower, right, to sort of sweep maybe previous lows before going up. But no, decided with the news, decided to go up first. So I'm like, okay, let's you just tell me what to do, right? So I'm waiting for the price to tell me what to do, and I'm waiting for price to do its thing. Price started consolidating new until pretty much the New York Stock Exchange opening, so which is 9:30 somewhere here. Price was consolidating. It was getting very close to that buy side liquidity right there. So at this point, I was thinking, okay, well, if price sweeps this high, I'll probably be looking for sales, but only if the opportunity shows up. So I'm waiting for this thing. We have the first little sweep right there. It's just very little. I was just waiting, like, okay, if this thing is going to tell me to sell, then I have to see a strong displacement to the downside. I'm not seeing anything just yet, so I'm waiting. Nothing yet to see the consolidation. Nothing yet. And then boom, with the like 15 minutes later, after the New York Stock Exchange open, we are actually having that boom, that buy side liquidity being swept, right? So you see 15-minute price is sweeping that previous, that all high right there. So I'm immediately thinking, okay, let's see if price will maintain, because my bias today was bullish. But I mean, after this sweep, it's looking interesting to sell now, if the opportunity is shown. So right here, hold on. So right here, I'm on the 5-minute time frame and I'm waiting for price to do its thing. So I'm waiting, price sort of goes up and it goes even higher. So, all right, price might, I might not have an opportunity to go buying today, or let's see what's going to happen. Like if I want to go selling, I have to see maybe some sort of market structure shift somewhere there if I want to go selling. But so far, price just keeps pushing up. So I'm waiting, waiting, waiting. And then all of a sudden, we got boom. This happened at 10:20 a.m. Market started dropping, right? At this point is when my alerts, in my brain, in my head, start ringing. And I'm like, okay, this is starting to look interesting now. Let's see, 15-minute. This is starting to look interesting because we had that sweep, that recent old high being swept, right? Look at the strong displacement to the downside, right? This is telling me already, okay, watch out. I remember I marked up this breaker block right here. I marked it up and on 5 minute, waited for another candle. That candle went too fast. All right, went a little too fast. But this candle right there was giving me that fair value gap right there. So that's where I was actually placing my short position. So I placed my position right there. At first, I was placing my stop loss somewhere here, but then I was like, oh no, you know what? I am going to stretch it out. It's Friday. I don't want to be playing around with this thing, and you know what? I'm just gonna leave it there. In this area, you can clearly see the manipulation move, right? Price swept an old high right here, and this is my manipulation move right there, right? So that means that if you want to use your projection, right, to know where your target is, I'm going to use my fib from the high to the low. Okay, I'm going to go on projections right there, and I will look. I was actually looking down and I was like, okay, I see. We have, of course, this sell side liquidity areas, and I was very interested in the last one right here, right, which is coincidentally between 2 and 2.5 on the standard deviation. So right there, that was my entry. My take profit was right here. Stop loss was somewhere there. Of course, I was waiting for at least this sell side liquidity to be swept. That's the closest one, and from there, pretty much, I just waited for price to do its thing. I started playing around. I was doubting. At some point, I was actually doubting a lot because I was seeing the stocks. I was actually seeing the stocks from Nasdaq, and I was seeing all this thing was green, and it was push. They were pushing up, and I was like, "Holy smokes!" Uh, well, price action right now is telling me to sell, but the stocks, I'm seeing something different on the stocks. And man, this thing is struggle. So, like, I was using the fib also from the high to this low, right? That to cover that actual move. If you go on OTE, price went directly to premium and sold off from there. Look at that. Price sold off from premium, boom, hitting that first target. Okay, sell side liquidity right there, and then from there, pulled up a little bit, struggling, struggling, and then started dropping. So in this drop, I actually closed. I was actually closing like somewhere after 1 p.m. It was like 1:30 or something like that p.m. And I decided to close my position right there just because it was Friday. It is Friday, and normally, I didn't want it to just fall in a consolidation. Maybe it. I mean, I was all right. And just by the way, my entry today was really small. I was just literally just risking 0.50% of my account in this trade, so I was not risking that much. I was already out somewhere around this area. So after that price, pretty much until close, we have it got a little deeper, almost getting to the target, but then it started just playing around, playing around, playing around, and this is where we're currently at. So markets are closed right now, Friday, pretty much waiting until Monday. Let's see if it's gonna get hit that actual sell side liquidity from there. But I'm already up. I'm satisfied. This week it was actually really good. On Monday, having the only loss on Monday, which it was a trade that played out very well. It's just that it went just a little deep, got me out before just skyrocketing and hitting my target. But that's fine. It is what it is. These sort of things happen. And this type of entry models, guys, if you're interested, this is ICT entry models. Um, I'm actually teaching this stuff right now. So in case you're interested, I do have a playlist right here on the top right corner, which I show how you can spot this type of entries as well. And if at some point you want to see more, you want to learn more, I recommend you to visit my website, teamprofitsenglish.com. And I do have a bundle right now with a discount, and that bundle includes my course, my pretty much lifetime mentorship. You have also my SMC ebook. You have a private group which is where I post all my setups. This is not a signal group. If you're looking to join for signals, no, this is not a signal group. I don't want my students to get in just because of signals, right? This is more of a complete thing. I pretty much explain everything every single day, what I do, complete breakdowns. I send them videos, okay, using this little app right here, this little platform. I send them breakdowns, full breakdowns on why I'm taking positions, why I'm getting stopped out, all of that stuff. So this is lifetime mentorship that you're getting with one-time payment. There's a discount right now. If you want to go check the website, go ahead. I recommend you and be part of the team. So thanks again, guys, for watching, for supporting the channel. Please subscribe if you're new. More content coming in. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.